On my YouTube channel, I help people with computer issues. I can connect to computers remotely with their assistance, of course, and permission, and fix problems on the computer or teach computer concepts or help them set up some new account or make some changes to something or manage the passwords better. A whole bunch of topics that I can help people with their computers. The service is free. The reason it's free is because you come on camera with me. I get to record the session, post it onto YouTube, and eventually, when my channel grows large enough, advertisers will pay me for the content. So I would love to have more people contacting me to ask for assistance. Now, in a recent session with Chuck, we were transferring the files from his old computer to his new computer. So there were some time periods where we had to wait for a while for a process to finish. So during one of these waiting periods, he read off a list of topics that he'd like assistance with. We will probably make videos in the not too distant future, one video for each of those topics. I think we'll probably break it up into one video for each topic. But I thought this would be a videos to come, a little bit of a teaser to give you an idea of what videos are coming in the near future with Chuck, and also might trigger some ideas for you. And you might think, hey, there's this subject I'd like help with, or maybe I'm really interested in one of Chuck's subjects. If so, you could put that in the comments below this video, or send me an email letting me know you're really interested in that topic, or maybe you'd like to be involved in the Zoom session so that you can ask questions live, real time with us. So here's one of those, the first of two of his list of questions. Now, you said you had something else that you made a note of that you thought you wanted to deal with. Is this a good time to tell me about that?
Well, I took some notes. Most often when I talk to somebody, they say, well, did you do a backup? That was one of the first things that they asked. And I don't fully understand backups. So first thing I wrote down was understanding backups. And then I thought, okay, there's been a program out there that long time ago I used. It was called Firefox and Mozilla because it was supposed to be a little safer. And I would like to learn about Firefox Mozilla and in some time. And then some of the browsers, I happened to be listening to a very prominent talk show host the other day that was talking about security on the iPhones and what have you. And he was talking about the pitfalls of clicking on unsubscribe, that oftentimes if the term that's on some of these things, if you click on unsubscribe, that's just the open door for everything else to come in, as opposed to really truly unsubscribing to something that you didn't want to see anymore. So that was something that I was curious about. Also, when you're doing some work on your computer and you're interrupted by pop-ups, and I thought maybe a session sometime would be good to how to avoid pop-ups and what we might be doing as an operator of my own computer, doing incorrectly that causes me to experience a greater number of pop-ups. So that was something that I thought would be nice. Also, computer security. Whose program do you buy? Do you buy PC-Matic? Do you buy Malwarebytes? Do you buy adware or AGV, something of that sort? So computer security is important to me because when I do my banking, I don't want people looking at it.
Sure.
So computer security, if you're going to purchase it, which one is good, which one has been, and oftentimes when you go and look at pros and cons about a particular thing, I'm not quite sure that I'm getting an unbiased pros and cons. So that would be something else. I don't know whether I mentioned, but the safest browsers is something else. If you're going to use a browser, which one is considered industry-wise to be the safest, and how and which one should to give you flexibility in when you go to your computer and look up things. So those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 things that I've started listing that I have doubts about, and maybe it would be something that I could learn more about, so I don't become vulnerable to all kinds of problems.
Those are great topics. I'd love to do some sessions on those topics.
I'd be happy to. Boy, I tell you, some of these things just are so annoying, and you're right in the middle of something, and all of a sudden you get this, and you can't go anyplace else, and you think, okay, well, I'll just close it out and start over. So I'm open to that, kiddo.
So later in the same session, he found another subject that he'd like to deal with. So here's what that one is.
Another thing that just popped into my feeble mind was you're talking about in here. You pointed out earlier on the screen that the little zipper that indicated that it was a zip file. Well, I have no idea what a zip file is. So there's an item that I'd like to learn a little bit more about at some future date. What is a zip file and how do you use it? So that might be something we can talk about in the future. I don't know. I don't know whether you run across too many people that are as computer illiterate as me. I'm fascinated by it, but I oftentimes don't understand it, and I'm afraid to do things because I'm afraid I'll hurt the computer or destroy some of my files. That's the scary part.
So that idea about the computer literacy spectrum, if I call it that, you can be way over on one extreme or the other extreme. Check somewhere between those 2 points. I don't care where you're at. If we do a video with you and you're way over on the left-hand side of the extreme, there will be other people who are going to enjoy and benefit from watching that video. And I don't care where you're at. I will meet you at whatever level you're at to help you with whatever issues that you'd like help with. All the way to the, if I'll call it the right side of the spectrum, if you're a computer technician and you're dealing with issues in your clients' offices that you're struggling with, come onto a video with me. Let me document it on YouTube. And even if I don't have the solution to it, somebody else who watches the video may have the solution or suggestions that would be useful. So I don't care where you're at on the spectrum. I think we can do videos together, and I would love to do that. So the way you do it is send an email to the address that's on your screen right now, DougBetts@LiveWindowsTraining.com. Give me an idea in the body of the email what you would like help with. Now today, as I was editing these videos that I'm doing with Chuck, because there's such long periods, today's February 14th, 2021. So as my channel grows, I may come up with other methods for you to request a session. And if that's the case, then you could find that information at LiveWindowsTraining.com, the website. But for now, and probably for the next few months at least, just send an email. It's no big deal. Just give me an idea in the body of the email what you'd like help with, and we'll put it together. So I hope this video was useful to you. Have a great day. See you later. Goodbye.